Welcome to Fair Game. I'm Kristine Leahy. My guest today just finished her first season with the Minnesota Lynx and was named 2019 WNBA Rookie of the Year. She was also a three-time All-American and 2016 NCAA champion at UConn. Napheesa Collier, it is so good to meet you.
Thanks for having me.
That's a resume already. And you're how old?
23.
That's a lot to accomplish by 23.
Thank you.
Did you think you'd accomplish that all by 23?
No.
No?
It's a lot. I mean, definitely, especially coming from college to the WNBA, like that month sequence was like so much happening. Like in the Final Four draft, you're on a team, you have to move to that city, you have to learn everything new. It was just really crazy.
Yeah, and also crazy to add to that list is the rock on your finger.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And your fiance is Alex, who is a skills coach.
Yes.
I have to hear the story of how you guys met.
Okay, well, I met him for the first time when I was in high school, I think my senior year, but I was already training with someone else, so I didn't want to leave that person and go train with someone new. And then after my freshman year of college, I really struggled that whole year. And one of my friends, he invited me to like come work out with him. I was like, sure, okay, I'll do it. And so I worked out, and it was Alex who was a trainer, and I just loved it. So from then on, I've worked with him, and come to find out that he was bribed to get me there. Alex told the guy, I'll give you a pair of new Kobe's if you get Napheesa to come to this workout.
Oh, he had a crush on you.
I don't think so. We didn't start dating until my junior year of college. So
listen, if he was bribing people to get you in the gym, I think he had a crush on you.
I don't think so. I don't know. It was just, he was trying to get local players, so.
Oh, trying to get some local players.
Yeah.
Okay, and it worked out.
Yeah.
So does he teach you new things or you teach him new things?
Well, when we're on the court, he teaches me new things, but in life,
oh, I love that. Then you're teaching him. Okay. So you like to read, right? Mystery novels?
Yes, that's my favorite.
Yeah. So I think a lot of players before games, they listen to music or different sorts of things before games. You read mystery novels.
Yeah. Well, especially if I'm like in the middle of a good book, I'll read it until we have to I have to get ready for the game until like the last second because it's like so hard for me to put it down.
Oh, it's not because it just like calms you. It's just you're really excited about reading.
I'm just like so into it, yeah.
Do your teammates give you a hard time about this?
Sometimes.
Okay. Can you read and focus with the music going on?
Yeah. I can like tune everything out when I'm reading. It's like a movie going on in my head.
Okay. And were you doing this at UConn also?
Yeah.
Okay. So you almost didn't go to UConn. You said you didn't really want to go there originally, right?
Yeah, well, growing up, I mean, UConn is such a powerhouse, and you hear about it, and they're such a good team that I always wanted to like beat them because I knew that they were so good. And then once I went on my visit and I got to meet the team and the coaches, and they talked to me about what they could do for me and like how they prepare everyone for the second part after college, which is what I wanted to get to. I just knew that I had to go there.
Was it one of those things that you felt like in order to be the best, you had to beat the best and you wanted to beat them?
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow. So what sold you so quickly once you went there to visit?
Well, first of all, I love the team. They were really close, just all hanging out together. They were really like a family, and I just didn't expect that because just thinking of UConn, I thought maybe it's like all business and they're there for a purpose and everyone kind of does their own thing. But they were so close, and that's one of the things I loved about it. And then, I mean, UConn has the most players in the WNBA, so I knew that the coaches were good. But once they kind of explained to me what they do and how they prepare their players, I just knew that they were like the real deal.
And you describe them as your like sisters, right? More than even just teammates.
Yeah, 2 of them are my bridesmaids now.
When's the wedding?
I don't know. I don't know yet. We don't have a date, but thinking maybe next October. I'm not sure.
Okay. You got the bridesmaids down.
Yeah.
Okay. And I love that. Are they in the WNBA too?
One of them is. One of them is her senior year in college.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. So Geno Auriemma is known for being a very tough coach. What was the experience like playing for him?
It was great. I mean, there's a reason that he's called the best coach in history because he's just amazing. And even after my senior year, I was talking to one of my teammates, like, when he talks to us, sometimes you're like still in awe, like this is really Coach Geno talking to us, and what he has to offer and like what he says to us, it really even resonates. Like I said, even those 4 years later, it just kind of has that wow factor still.
What was the transition like for you? Because I've heard it wasn't super easy going from high school to college and getting comfortable with that system.
It was really hard for me because especially in high school, almost everyone that goes to UConn is like their best player on their team, and basketball comes easy for them. And once you get there, it's not the physical part that's hard. the hardest. It's really hard, but it's the mental part really, learning all the plays and just learning that new style of play that they have. Coach harps on us, like, we have to do the smartest on the court. We have to outsmart our opponents, just talking about that constantly. And so it's kind of hard for me to go up to what their standards were, because it was so different, the level of focus you have to have and all those things.
So you guys won your freshman year, and then the next 2 years got so close.
I know. And
wound up losing. I always wonder with athletes, is it almost worse getting that far and losing? And like, would you rather have not gotten there?
I don't know. It is so hard. It's because it happened 3 years in a row. 2 of them were on buzzer beaters, one was in overtime. I don't know. I mean, I'm happy we got that far, because being at the Final Four is such an experience. I'm glad that everyone got to go through that. But it definitely would have been easier if we had lost by maybe more instead of, like 1 or 2 points each time. But
because you just think of like what ifs,
yeah,
right?
it's like so close. You just replay it over and over in your head.
You said that 2016 team could beat a WNBA team. Now that you've played in the WNBA for a year, do you still think that?
I think so. I mean, especially if we came together now, like,
oof.
I definitely think we could. We'd have Breanna Stewart, MVP last year. I mean, me, Katie Lou, Morgan Tuck. We have so many people who are in the WNBA. I think if we all came together, I think we could probably beat someone.
And do you guys ever talk about that? Because in the NBA, I mean, these guys are all talking about trying to create their super teams. Do you guys do the same thing?
I don't know. I definitely don't think we do as much as the NBA, but I don't know. We'll see. I think I'm still a little young to be doing that. I'm still, but...
Lead the pack. Get you guys all together.
I know. They need to come to my team. I like it on my team.
Perfect. We can start recruiting them all. You've called this past year the craziest year of your life. Mm-hmm. Why is that?
Well, everything in my life has kind of changed. I graduated college. I made it to WNBA. I got engaged. Just a lot of milestones. I got Rookie of the Year. So it's just a lot this year. It's been really fun.
So crazy good.
Yeah, crazy good.
Kobe has been a very big supporter of you. How did that happen?
So Kobe's daughter is a really big fan of UConn. So he went to a couple Final Fours when I was there. So that's kind of how I met him. And a couple of years ago, I was like, Kobe, I'm in, LA training with Alex.
What do you mean you were like, hey, Kobe, I'm in LA? Like you called him?
I just, we were friends on Twitter, so I DM'd him.
Oh.
And I said, I'm in LA. I'm going to work out with Gigi, his daughter. If she wants to come to a workout, she's more than welcome. So he messaged me back. He's like, yeah, come to our practice and you can work out with the girls. And it turned out like I was just working out for the girls. They all just like watched.
Really?
Yeah. So they all just watched, and Alex put me through a workout. And he really liked what Alex was doing, so he asked him to train his girls' team. So then Alex has been training them for the past couple year.
So you're friends with Kobe now?
I think Alex is more friends with him than I am, but I love Kobe. Every time I talk to him, it's like he has so much knowledge to like share. It's so cool.
What do you talk about? Does he give you advice?
Yeah.
Basketball or life?
More basketball, probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
What does he tell you?
He's just so smart. I mean, he was talking about like the Final Four when we lost. When I got Enrique shot that shot over me and she made the buzzer beater. He was just talking about like what he would have done in that situation, like counting down the clock in his head. And I was like under so much stress. Like I would never think to do that. He was just so smart. He breaks down everything. And I'm like, the way that you approach things is like why he's one of the best ever, is because it's just crazy.
So he sat there with you. You guys are like having a coffee. And he's like, let me just tell you about that buzzer beater and what I would have done differently. That's how it goes?
Pretty much. It was actually the one when he talked about that, it was at that workout that I went to for his girls. And we were just talking about like the Final Four, and he was there. And I guess Gigi was like really upset after. I was like, yeah, I was too.
She was upset?
Yeah.
Oh, because, Yeah,
because she's such a big fan. And I was like, yeah, I know it sucks to like get that buzzer beater on myself. And he's like, yeah, well, what you gotta do is, that, like there was this much time, so you gotta count in your head, and you gotta pressure her because she doesn't have this much. And then he's just like going through it. I'm like, wow.
Have you gotten to use that again?
No, but I have it in the back of my head.
It's
now.
there, and it's ready.
It's ready.
And it'll be for Kobe. What do you think about Gigi? What do her chances look like?
They're pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah, she's not only like a great player, but she definitely has like the Mamba mentality that Kobe has. She's a killer, so.
The mini Mamba?
Yeah, she's a killer. She's gonna be great.
Have you played one-on-one with her?
No, I haven't.
I think we should see that. We'll have more with Napheesa Collier when we come back. out our YouTube channel, FairGame on FS1, to catch all the best highlights of our show. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you never miss an episode.